Alright, so I'm in a 2011 Audi R8 V10. It's got a Rev 9 stainless exhaust, catback, Unitronic Stage 2 flash, K&N Air filters, smooth tube intakes. Other than that, it's pretty much stock. It should have given it about an extra 100 horsepower or so, so we're looking at about 620 compared to 520 stock. Now that is at the motor. One reason I went with the car, just because it was actually really easy to drive compared to some other supercars. Does well over bumps. You don't have to worry about bumps as much. You still have to worry about giant holes and speed bumps, but that's part of the thing. So we're just going to take it for a little drive. Hopefully I can get on it a little bit. Go. Go for it. I've been averaging over the last 3,000 miles or so about 17 miles per gallon. Granted, I'm not getting in it all the time. It is a 6-speed manual transmission, as you can see, rather than the flappy paddles. I just wanted to really drive the car. I know the flappy paddles are much faster, but I tend to forget that they're actually there and that I'm in manual mode. So this way I don't have to worry about it. I just know I have to shift. Stock exhaust was okay. Definitely super quiet. I could barely hear it until 4,000 RPM when it opens up the secondary valves in the exhaust. This one does not have a valve system. It's just straight 2 1/4 inch, I believe. And it definitely sounds like it. You could almost go straight pipes with this car, but it's not super annoying. I do get some vibration at some RPMs, but nothing that really bugs me. Motor just is super lightweight in terms of revving. I would compare it to a motorcycle engine. It just wants to rev all the time, and it does it very easily. It doesn't have as much torque as my Viper. The Viper, I could actually leave the line in 3rd or 4th gear if I really wanted to. This car, 2nd gear's okay. It's a little sluggish. I have not tried 3rd yet. I'm sure I could do it on a flat surface. The one thing that really takes some getting used to is, one, parking lots when you're making tight turns, the all-wheel drive system can be stiff, especially when you're full lock. And when you're on a hill, it has a hill assist, and sometimes the clutch is a little weird to disengage it. But again, it just takes a little bit of getting used to. Okay, 3,500 RPM, 33 miles an hour. Now it's to 80. Throttle response in this car with all the fly-by-wire, I mean, it's almost instant. 6th isn't necessarily an overdrive. It does have 6 gears, but it doesn't drop it down. It actually pulls really well. We're at 65. I'm going to give it a little bit of gas. Again, we're up 10 miles an hour. I'll drop it down into 3rd. This one does have the magnetic suspension. Geez, I don't know, these people got to figure out where they're going. So I can stiffen the suspension if I want to. I do feel a difference. Whether or not I like it, I haven't really ridden around. I'm sure on the track it would be a nicer setup to have it stiffer. Now I do hear, I'm assuming it's the carbon fiber in the engine bay vibrating a little bit just from the exhaust. Again, I'm cruising, what, 3,000 RPM, 75 miles an hour. And I'm not really yelling. It's pretty quiet in here. I'm sure on a longer trip you'd want some kind of earplugs. just to show you how sensitive the gas is I'm going to move the pedal about a 1/16 of an inch. I don't know if you can hear that, but it is actually a very nice throttle in terms of control and feeling the difference, I guess. This bump coming up is always one that upsets my other vehicles, and this car you barely notice it. The truck especially will go jumping around. And it's right here as this bridge comes out right now. It just stays flat. The one thing I liked about this car was I can do this and it just tracks straight. With the Viper, any kind of little bump, it was dodging around, fighting traffic or fighting the lines in the road, especially with as wide as those tires were. This car, nothing.